Hey guys, welcome back to Ashley's Homestead Adventures. I'm just popping out here this evening. I had to go to the house and get some different shoes because I was running around in my sandals. And I'm gonna bring the horses in, and so I thought, well, I'll just see if you guys want to go along. You guys want to come and bring the horses in with me? We already have all of their feeds and their beds are all done, their waters are done. I do need to give Josie a bag of bedding before I bring everybody in, but just a quick bring the kids in. Stop here and say hi to the babies. Hi babies. These guys are nuts when I open the door, and they're only a week old, week and a day. Say hi. They're getting so big already. Yes. We obviously don't have all barred rocks in there. Looks like there's 3 that are gonna turn out to be something else. But the black ones with the white dots on their heads are barred rocks. So we'll see what we end up with, but they're cute. All right. You in the back gate. Make good decisions, please. That is why I closed that gate. This way. Gracie, come on. I'm coming, girls. Good job, Joe. All right. Good night, kids. So we are actually going to head out to the garden really quick. I was just out there taking photos, and we have some stuff we need to harvest like tonight. Good night, beep beeps. All right. So I have okra, peppers, eggplant. I've got some of those things that I really need to get harvested tonight before I go in. So we're gonna grab a basket here. So this is Swiss chard. Truthfully, I'm not a fan of Swiss chard, but I've not really grown much of my own, so I'm gonna try it. I mean, it's okay. If you like a really earthy green, that is for you. That is not for me. Also, I will say, disclaimer, most of our greens don't taste as good in the heat of summer. They tend to be more bitter. So I didn't find that super bitter. It just tastes like dirt. It's like beets. It's got a lot of anthocyanins in it, and it tastes like beets. Tastes like dirt. So if you're a person who likes that really earthy, unctuous flavor in your greens, Swiss chard is for you. I'm getting distracted. I want to show you all the things, but we only have so much time, and I really need to get these things harvested. So. There's our little okra haul for today. A frog. You scared me, buddy. I don't know what you were. that. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my goodness. This is the Lustrata di Gandia eggplant. Oh, wait, just wait a minute. Look at that. Oh wow, that's beautiful. Oh, the shishito peppers are starting to go, which is exciting. I think these would be perfect in a mild salsa verde with some tomatillos I have in the freezer. That is our little garden harvest. Good night, garden. I'm going to put these in the outdoor fridge, and then I will get them ready to go into baskets for the farm stand tomorrow morning. I changed my mind. We're going inside with them. I will soak the heat off of them tonight and put them in baskets tonight, so they are ready to go in the morning. That is a strange place for a barn kitty to be. Good night, Days. First things first, though. I have bread to bake tonight for the farm stand tomorrow. That preheating. Okay, so I'll let some of that out. All right, hot water, 2 spoonfuls of salt. Turn your hot water off. Mix your salt around. Whew, that's hot. Mix your salt around just until it's mostly dissolved. Okay. And then cold water. So the salt is going to, at the very least, stun, if not kill, any bugs that are on your vegetables. And they'll let free of the vegetables. It's a natural way to get, to clean your vegetables really good and get the bugs off of them. And of course, the cold water, we're gonna let these soak in this cold water for 25 minutes. And that is, some people call it soaking the heat off of them. But that is going to rehydrate them after being out in the heat of the summer. And it was 91 degrees here today. It was very hot today. So we're gonna let these rehydrate, plump back up, and look beautiful, and stay beautiful for longer for my farm stand friends. Okay, that's plenty because we don't have much, so. banana peppers, okra, 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 okra. This is Clemson spineless okra. Again, these are patio baby eggplant. Some jalapenos. Some shishitos. More patio babies and another okra. I'm just going to set a timer for 25 minutes and I'll start getting a paper towel ready that they can dry off on, and then I'll get their baskets ready for the farm stand. And honestly, I don't think the okra is gonna make it to the farm stand because my jar of pickled okra is almost gone. Oh, yeah. That was a blooper if I've ever seen one. We'll see if they're all that way. Shouldn't be, I just had some yesterday. Now this is a little sweeter of a brine than I generally used. This is actually the brine that I made up for my beets, and I just had it left over. But nonetheless, it's a really good snack. I frequently do that. I frequently will just have a jar of pickled okra, pickled anything, just refrigerator pickled stuff. And it might even be a mixed jar. And I just put odds and ends in there, or, you know, in this case, and last summer, I had a jar of pickled okra that was the same pickling juice in my fridge that went all summer long, because as quick as I could bring it in from the garden, I would refill the pickle jar and then I'd eat them just like I just did right there before I refilled it again. So at this point, I'm still eating all the okra that's coming in. Of course, that one that I pulled out first, that must have been a woody one. And so, you know, you've got to watch that. If they're on there for too long or they get too dehydrated, then they will be woody like that. So anywho, we'll wait for these to soak a little bit, wait for the oven to preheat, and move on. This is my sourdough porter wheat loaf. Now this has been proofing in the fridge all day. going to do a very simple design on this. It is already spoken for. I'm just pushing the wax paper away from the loaf, not wax paper. This is parchment paper. There's a difference. Don't use wax paper for the oven. Wax paper is for cold, parchment paper is for hot. Just FYI. So I'm just pushing it away from the loaf, because if you don't do that, what it will actually do, if you allow the tension to stay, it'll actually cause the loaf's edges to have waves in it, which isn't an awful thing. It adds uniqueness, but I kind of like a perfectly round loaf. "20 minutes. And that is all of the stuff that came off of our vegetables. Get the lid on. Yep. Garden snacks. Oh, it's so pretty. That beautiful loaf of bread. We turn the oven back up to 500. We're gonna let it preheat. I'm gonna put the Dutch oven back in. We have one more loaf to bake tonight. So I totally forgot, I'm baking a chocolate sourdough. I didn't forget that I was baking chocolate, but I forgot that when baking a chocolate sourdough, you decrease the temperature by quite a bit. So I need to be preheated to 450, which is actually, that's perfect. I just opened the oven, so 400, that'll heat up to 450 in no time. We'll get out our loaf and score it, and we should be ready. I'm actually not going to do anything fancy on this loaf, and this is a chocolate butterscotch walnut sourdough loaf. Nothing fancy. Super simple. Minutes on that guy. Oh man, that smells good. Minutes.